You're not going to believe me when I say this, but this was an accident. And I did not mean to pick this. I think... Why is it still yellow? Why do I not have the choice? Okay, well, apparently I did have the choice, but it just wouldn't show me. We're doing a second Scoldier episode in a row because I'm a flippin' idiot and was trying to type in the middle of the game starting up, and here we are. So, Scoldier, round 2 out of 2. Let's see if we can at least get a 50% win rate in 2 episodes. Their entire team just vanished. Well, we got a Yulip and a Durple on our team. So, you know what? If I manage to pull off what I'm supposed to pull off, we're going to have a great time. We're going to learn from last episode and pick up some things early on. I don't want to pick up Piggy Bank right out of the gate because that frightens me. I mean, it does open up some options. You can go Rubber Ducky into Medican, for instance, but, like, why not wait just, like, 2 hot picking minutes? I am Chucho the Bull. Good to know, man. Okay, and look at that. Now I get to head on home. We're going to start off with Stun Punch first. The reason why we're starting off with Stun Punch first is because Stun Punch is amazing and helps to set up throws, hopefully. The enemy team is double Piggy Bank, so we do need to be careful here. We also want to be careful that our team has not gone for, like, a serious focus on working around me, which is great, because the pressure isn't on me as a result. Stand near here. Yep. What the fuck was that, poser? I'm actually legitimately... What is that? What is happening around here? I'm very confused. Excuse me? Like, one minute I got tongued, and then the next minute an invisible bomb hit me. Okay, excuse? What? Yeah, he ran. He ran so far away. Okay, he's gone. But the idea here is that Stun Punch is going to help us to land a couple more of these throws. Which, with some help, will actually result in some pretty sweet kills, hopefully. It's not guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination. And we are going to want to pick up, like, Flaming Fist because I'm very bad with basic range Stun Punch and need the extra help to land it. Yeah, you're fine, it seems. Never mind, you're good. Durple's fine. This is good. Oh, God. Okay, at least everything missed. And we still got a kill? Pardon? You know what? There's a bunch of, like, health creeps. Let me pick those up. Best Chucho ever. What does Chucho ever do to you? Chucho's fine. He got accidentally killed. Yo! The salt! Yo. You're on TV. Behave. Let's go. Okay, so here's where things get tricky. We want to force people into bad situations, and snare traps are bad situations. Thank you, Chucho, for walking into that one, but that's just something you need to be a little bit more aware of next time. It's fine. Ooh, poor Leon, man. That stinks. So we're not doing any of the work. It's kind of great. Both my teammates are carrying me entirely, which is an awesome feeling. I love this. Can we keep this up, please? So, the other day, and by the other day I mean earlier today, I started thinking about the people that I used to know that I just never talk to anymore. What? Oh god, I missed. Oh, that's me dead. He went for Slow Blade? Yeah, he did. I started thinking about, you know, people that you haven't talked to in a little while and all that stuff, and it was just... I had a weird moment where I thought to myself, like, what are they all doing? You know? What's everyone up to these days? Ex-girlfriends, old people that I hadn't seen since, like, first grade, stuff like that. And the weirdest part is that I feel like I remember a bunch of their names for no good reason at all. So, there's something to be said for, like, this wave of nostalgia that hit me. Oh, God. Like, this absolutely huge wave of nostalgia, and it's just... I really didn't know how to deal with it. It was tough. I had a moment where I just kind of sat there thinking about all these different people. And at the end of the day, it doesn't do anything either, right? Like, after I've had to think for a minute, it doesn't help anybody if everybody's gone. Like, You know, that stuff happens. People change and people leave your lives and go in and out of them, and like that's just the way it goes. Smiles, I get the feeling Smiles is gonna straight up leave at the rate this is going. I'm calling this in advance. I'm sorry, Yulip. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. I'll just stay here and punch things. It's all good. Oh, what? That was not intelligent. I can't believe that we baited that one out. But yeah, I had to think for a minute because it's like, it's totally okay for people to come in and out of your life. It's a natural and normal part of how things go. But it is still sad, isn't it? I mean, you've got this person that you've known for however amount of time, and then suddenly you just don't know them anymore. It's just, that's the way things is. I would like to actually, oh god, I am in serious trouble. I will not get away, but that is okay. We'll still get at least one kill. Okay. So I had that kind of moment today earlier where I just thought to myself, man, that's actually kind of really sad that, you know, there's so many people that I'll never get to know how their story finishes. I'm the kind of guy that when I get, you know, into a story or I get into a narrative of some kind, like anything along the lines of where you can interpret it as, oh, that's a neat story, I get really sucked in. And it doesn't really matter how bad the story is. I'll come up with a lot of different shortcuts to make sure that the story is still, like, feasibly doable and all that stuff. And it's just... Oh god, this was a bad plan. I'll come up with all kinds of shortcuts in my head in order to, like, justify watching the rest of the story. There have been only a couple of times, and they've all been relatively recent, where I've been like, you know what? I'm not going to continue that story. And it extends to people. Like, it really does extend to people. I feel like a lot of the time I'll remember names of people from years ago. And I remember this one time, I passed by somebody. And I knew who they were. Like, first and last name, no problem. Recognized their face. It was easy. And they just walked by me. Like, I don't think they remembered who I was at all. Not that it matters. Again, it's totally okay for people not to remember you. However, I would like to help my Skoldir. And by Skoldir, I mean my Durple. Okay, I'm a little worried because if this Smiles is around, he can do some really nasty stuff. Speaking of nasty stuff he can do. Whoop! What? How am I missing with all these throws, though? Like, our Yulip is fine, and I'm just, like, shit in the bed, dude. Is Smiles free to play? This week, I think so. But yeah, anyway, it's just one of those things where I, you know, I had a moment and I had to think about that for a second, and then I had to think some more because I was like, so why am I like all bent out of shape about this? I'm gonna die. That's fine. Why am I all bent out of shape about this? And at the end of the day, it's a really selfish feeling to want to know the end to everybody's story or to know how everybody's doing all the time. You know, it's not possible to do that in life. It's not a thing that can happen. You can't know how everything turns out. Like, by the fact that you don't know how every story starts outside of your point of view, right? You've already got some issues. I mean, yeah, let's go for electric hammer. You've already got some issues. For instance, you'll never know really what it was like to be, you know, your parents, or what it's like to be your older sibling, or what it's like to be, you know, somebody else who's older than you that you look up to, that you talk to, and all that stuff. Like, if any of you are under the age of 28 or whatever, exactly 0 of you know exactly how my story started. End of story. And that's just the way that particular cookie crumbles. So, by dint of the fact that you don't know how they start, like, you're never going to get the complete story anyway, right? And if you're never going to get the complete story anyway, then, you know, then why are we all bent out of like, why was I all bent out of shape thinking that I'm, like, entitled to the end of everybody's story? It doesn't seem, like, it seems like it makes no sense when you think about it, right? Nice, I actually got a kill and helped to get punches and stuff done. I feel like a straight-up baller for once in my life. Okay, I felt him, like, pass by on the right side or the left side or some side, elsewise. but whatever. You're a noob, Chucho. Everyone is at some point. And I feel, you know what? I felt... that was actually pretty funny. I'm just glad no one died because of that stupidity. Alright. Actually, let's stick around with Durple here for a minute. But yeah, like, who am I to say that, like, I'm entitled to everybody's story from start to finish? And you know what? Maybe some stories aren't worth finishing either. I mean, here's one. I had a girlfriend, like, my very first relationship that I had that was, like, pretty serious. It lasted 3 years. Like, it's a bit of a pretty typical thing, honestly, for me to have them last 3 years for some strange reason. I don't know why, I don't know how, but that's the way that particular cookie crumbles for some strange reason. Anyway, and this, she and I were just, like, not talking anymore, and we weren't having a good time, so we called it off. And the end to that particular story for me, from my point of view, was that, like, you know, she walked away. Like, that was... She went one way, I went the other, and that was that. And it was kind of a poetic finish to the story, all things considered, because I really... Like, I never saw her again, and, like, she would live in the same neighborhood as me and all that stuff, and it just never saw her again. Well, unfortunately, both my teammates are dead, so I'm actually going to back off here. But yeah, it was because, and it was funny enough because it was because of my memory of her that I started getting on this tangent in the first place. I just kind of sat there and went, huh, I wonder how this person's doing. Because I hadn't seen them in actual, like, forever years. So, yo, racist and salty? Also, seriously, smiles. Shh. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Our Ulip is actually off the chain. It's impressive as hell. Okay, we can't quite catch up to him, unfortunately. We're a little bit too slow. And we're going to die to all that fire as well if this keeps up. Oh, well, that's me, unfortunately. Yeah, that's me, unfortunately. Mexican is a race user and it's gelati. Yours? Still a shithead, though. Yep. I wasn't kidding about TV. But, like, yeah, okay, Chucho. You're dumb as Zork, Mexican race, get real. Okay, so let's go ahead and just... Hold on a second. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off my memory thing, which, by the way, is fine. Like, memories are cool, and it's neat to reflect on them, but I think the main gist of what I was trying to get across was just stories have an end, and sometimes they're not satisfying, and that's okay. But, this Chucho, if you ever see this Chucho, make sure to, like, actually take a dump on their pillow. Like, an actual asshole. So, by the way, Ronimo, I'm clipping this for you. If you see this user, could you, like, ban them or something? Because that's some pretty horrible shit they said. It's not the worst I've seen, but, like, you know, maybe give them, like, shitty lag for a week or something. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. This Chucho sure as fuck didn't. Well played out of the Leon, and it was tough out of the Smiles. You could, like, seriously though, dude, like, calm down. But, yes. Excellent play out of my two teammates. I did absolutely nothing. At least we won this game. Yeah. Thanks for watching. And like the video if you liked the video. And subscribe if you want to see some more stuff like this. For now, see you later, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.